Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This video is a little different than the other videos I've made previously. This here one is more of a review than anything else. I've been asked by Dehancer. They reached out to me here a few weeks ago and asked me if I would like to test out their plugin, their tool for DaVinci and Lightroom, and also their mobile app. I have a disclaimer here though, and that is that I have received this here product. In return, I have to make a product review. Dehancer is a plugin that works across DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, and Lightroom, Photoshop, and also on iOS telephones. Dehancer is designed to emulate film stock, which means that it can give a film look to your videos. If you record it in log profile, or if you record it in straight out of the camera 709, stock 709 footage, you can render it so it looks like film emulation. So you can put a Kodak 500T film emulation over it, so it looks like it's shot with actual film instead of a digital camera. If you like a vintage look, you can also add a vignette or a film grain, and you could also add overscan, so it looks like you have shot it in 35 millimeter, 16 millimeter, 8 millimeter even, or even 65 millimeter. I think that's quite amazing. Well, yes and no. Dehancer is a quite powerful tool, and it's not, you can't just place it over like a LUT on or anything in your editing program. I spent about half a day trying to figure out how Dehancer works compared to my normal workflow with custom nodes and adding color space transform. And actually, Dehancer replaces color space transform quite well, in that it does exactly the same thing by choosing your camera profile and converting it to a Rec. 709 standard for your output. As you can see here in my workflow here, that I have adjusted the tint. That is because I shoot everything pretty much on a Sony FS7, and I've noticed that it leans toward the magenta colors. This is not bad, but in some cases it can look quite red. Yes, you can edit photos with it. If you go into Lightroom, right-click on the photo you want to edit, go under Edit in Dehancer Lightroom plugin. Then it will open up the photo in the Dehancer plugin. Now, the smart thing about this plugin is that it's the exact same film emulations and the exact same editing tools, color grade tools you have as in the one for Final Cut, Premiere Pro, and DaVinci Resolve. That is a quite cool thing, that it works over all platforms the same way. The one thing I don't like about this here is that it doesn't have a reset button on the side, because that could be quite cool. Instead of you have the reset button up here. This here tool that's included for Lightroom and Photoshop, it can be quite handy if you're gonna make thumbnails for YouTube or photos for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. Yes, there is an app, and unfortunately it is only for iOS and iOS telephones until now. I hope in the near future that will also be for Android, so everybody can use these here apps and these here tools, because they're quite powerful and quite cool tools for photography as well. Now, this is a tricky question. And when I first tried it out, I thought that I wouldn't use it because I was already very happy for the tools in DaVinci Resolve because of how advanced DaVinci Resolve is in all the node light up, and then you have your primaries and everything like that, all your color wheels and everything that works very, 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 very well. After I have trying Dehancer out, I would say yes, I would also have bought it for my own money because it just adds so much if you want to make a film stand out from what you see everywhere else. And that brings me to this. If you want to try out Dehancer for yourself, you could get a 10% discount with my discount code here, rostrasted10. If you use the link down below, use rostrasted10 in the checkout to try it out for yourself. Thanks for watching. Until next time.